The Seattle Seahawks have unveiled their initial 53-man roster as they prepare for Week 1 of the NFL season against the Denver Broncos. In his sole series of the preseason, Smith impressed by throwing a 21-yard touchdown pass to DK Metcalf, contributing to the Seahawks' 37-33 victory over the Browns. Smith had been sidelined for Seattle's first 2 preseason games, but he finally got a taste of the offense under new coordinator Ryan Grubb. He completed 4 of 5 passes for 62 yards on his only drive. After missing his first pass, Smith connected on his next 4, including a 25-yard strike to JSN and a touchdown throw to Metcalf. In the competition for the number 3 running back spot on Seattle's roster, Kenny McIntosh made a strong case with a 56-yard touchdown run that featured a stiff arm in the open field against Cleveland safety Chase Williams. As for Jackson Smith-Njigba, despite the high expectations that accompanied his entry into the league, his rookie season might have felt a bit underwhelming. JSN, the number 20 overall pick in last year's draft, finished his rookie season with 63 receptions for 628 yards and 4 touchdowns over 17 games. While these numbers are solid, they might not have fully met the Seahawks' expectations, especially considering he was sharing the field with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. However, heading into his second year, JSN is ready for a breakout year. The Seahawks are doing everything they can to accelerate the young receiver's development. Last season, JSN average depth of target was just 6.4 yards, ranking him 77th out of 80 qualified receivers. When he was targeted on deep passes, he made the most of his opportunities. Pro Football Focus reports that he was targeted 11 times on throws of at least 20 yards, catching 6 of them for 170 yards and 3 touchdowns. This includes what might have been his standout moment from last season, a 29-yard game-winning touchdown against the Eagles in Week 15. If JSN can consistently replicate that level of performance, he could be in for a significant leap in his second year. He caught both of his targets for 32 yards during the Seahawks' 37-33 preseason win over the Browns. He lined up alongside DK Metcalf as one of Geno Smith's starting wide receivers on Seattle's opening drive. JSN made the most of his opportunity. He was on the receiving end of Smith's first completion, which resulted in a 25-yard gain down the right sideline. The 2023 first-round pick later added a 7-yard catch on the same drive. JSN is expected to start the regular season as Seattle's number 3 receiver behind Metcalf and Tyler Lockett. However, his role could expand as the season progresses. Geno Smith has revitalized his career since becoming the Seahawks starting quarterback 2 years ago. After making just 5 starts between 2015 and 2021, he earned AP Comeback Player of the Year honors with a breakout 2022 season. He also led the NFL in completion percentage and finished 7th in ESPN's QB rating metric. Even though his numbers dipped slightly last year behind one of the league's worst offensive lines, he still ranked 14th in QBR. Smith has shown extended periods of elite play over the past 2 seasons. In the first 8 games of 2022, he threw 13 touchdown passes with just 3 interceptions, earning an 88.4 Pro Football Focus grade, which was second best among all quarterbacks during that stretch. In the final 7 games of last year, he threw 11 touchdowns and only 2 interceptions with an 85 PFF grade. Smith excels as a deep ball passer, according to Pro Football Focus's big time throw metric, which tracks passes with precise ball placement and timing. Typically on longer throws, Smith has made 66 big-time throws over the past 2 seasons. That's the second most in the NFL during that span, only behind Josh Allen. Smith's downfield passing could align well with offensive coordinator Ryan Grubb's scheme, which featured an explosive passing attack at UW. Grubb might also help create more opportunities for easier throws underneath, an area that sometimes lacked under former Seahawks offensive coordinator Shane Waldron. As always, the roster announcement comes with some surprises and key takeaways. One significant concern was outside linebacker Uchenna Nwosu's knee injury during the preseason finale against the Browns, where he was hurt on a cut block that resulted in a penalty for the Browns. Nwosu suffered a sprained MCL and is expected to be sidelined for 2 to 6 weeks. However, Nwosu made the 53-man roster and wasn't placed on injury reserve or the physically unable to perform list, which would have kept him out for at least 4 weeks. The team is hopeful he'll return before Week 5. He is Seattle's most experienced edge rusher, and the Seahawks are eager to have him back on the field after he missed some of last season due to a pectoral injury. Not all injury news is positive though. Tackle Abraham Lucas's knee has landed him on the reserve list, meaning he'll miss the start of the season. Roster cuts, they always bring surprises, and this year was no different for Seattle. Wide receiver D. Eskridge, a 2021 second-round pick, he didn't make the team despite his impressive 79-yard punt return for a touchdown in the preseason. preseason. Another notable cut down was undrafted running back George Holani from Boise State. He had gained momentum during training camp and the preseason, but wasn't among the 3 running backs Seattle chose to keep. Among the draft picks, cornerback DJ James, a 6th-round pick from Auburn, he was left off the roster. In contrast, undrafted rookie cornerback D. Williams from Tennessee made the team after impressing with a 41-yard kick return in the preseason. Another undrafted rookie who made the cut is center Jalen Sundell from North Dakota State, providing depth behind recently signed center Connor Williams, who is recovering from an ACL injury. This raises questions about the role of second-year center Alu Oluwatimi moving forward. At linebacker, 24-year-old Drake Thomas, undrafted out of North Carolina State in 2023, he secured the final roster spot. Thomas appeared in 7 games for the Seahawks last year after being claimed from the Las Vegas Raiders in August. Tight end Brady Russell, along with wide receivers Laviska Shenault Jr. and Derek Young, also made the roster and are worth noting as the team finalizes its lineup for the upcoming season. The Seattle Seahawks wrapped up their preseason on a high note, securing a 37-33 victory over the Browns. The competition for the running back 3 spot has particularly been entertaining, with both players putting on strong performances. McIntosh stood out with a 56-yard touchdown run, highlighted by a powerful stiff arm. He also contributed with a 9-yard catch and run on the opening drive with Geno Smith. Holani added a touchdown from a yard out after some tough running earlier in the drive and made an excellent special teams tackle. The Seahawks, they typically keep 4 running back, and both of those players have made a strong case to be on the roster. D. Eskridge's time in the NFL has been frustrating, marked by injuries, inconsistent play. He also was suspended last season. Despite being a 2021 second-round pick, he was still cut from the team. He did end the preseason on a high note with a 79-yard punt return for a touchdown that thrilled his teammates with an electrifying run back. It was likely he wasn't going to make the roster. He didn't get offensive snaps until after halftime, and even then, his involvement was minimal. He had 3 catches for 19 yards. The wide receiver depth chart is crowded, and D. Williams appears to have secured the role of punt and kick returner, leaving Eskridge as the odd man out. While preseason performances aren't the sole factor in roster decisions, Eskridge at least gave the Seahawks, and possibly other teams, something to think about with his standout play. For one night, he reminded everyone why he was drafted in the first place. Laviska Shenault Jr. has not only proven himself as a capable yard after the catch option, but also as a tough and willing blocker. His block, along with Brady Russell's, was crucial in McIntosh's touchdown run. Shenault has consistently shown his ability to do the dirty work, whether on offense or special teams. Rookie linebacker Tyrese Knight continues to impress, especially with his ability to stiff out screens and make tackles. While he's had some rookie moments in pass coverage, his downhill play and reliable tackling are promising. With Seattle in need of effective inside linebacker depth, Knight's early impact is crucial. The injury to Uchenna Nwosu could open the door for Jamie Sheriff to make the 53-man roster. Initially projected to miss the cut, Sheriff made a strong case with 2 sacks and 3 quarterback hits. As the standout among undrafted edge rushers, he's shown himself to be a cut above his peers. While preseason performances can be misleading, Sheriff's play suggests he might be too good to risk losing on the waiver wire. Geno Smith's brief appearance in the preseason only heightened the excitement about what he could achieve in Seattle's offense once the regular season begins. The NFL season is almost here, and if you made it this far and haven't already, make sure you go down below and you subscribe and you turn on notifications so you never miss a Seahawks video or any video at all. Comment down below what you're looking forward to most for next season. Leave a like as well. I greatly do appreciate it, and I'll see y'all in the next one.